Well, today's chore is to pick out the crabs that I smoked out the other day on the Bradley. So that's what I'm doing, is sitting in painstakingly getting every little morsel I can out of it, out of the shell. It's time consuming. Probably why they get $50 a pound for this stuff. The dog's protecting us against all the evils of the world. This is smoked crab. I did it about 40 minutes on there. I'm breaking off the claws, making a pile of those because those are always good to eat, and butter. The rest of this is going to make a smoked crab salad. Basically just break them open and extricate as much of the meat as you can out of each little guy. There's usually a large clump back by the back swim fin. Break off the top. And you just get a huge chunk of meat out of there. And these aren't huge. These are 5.5, 6-inch crabs. Having an awful good time catching them. I don't even mind not catching them, just being out during the day, enjoying the day. It's always a pleasure. Meeting a lot of the residents of our local area that have interest in it. A lot of transplanted people who don't realize that being over 65, and once they're a resident here, they get free fishing and hunting. I believe it's for life, but I think I have a time frame on my license. You just continue to pick out all the bits. This is why I clean them to start. A lot of people don't, but they enjoy eating the, I think they call it the mustard, which is basically the insides of it. Personally, I'm not a fan, although I do love the crab. This is delicious. Shell fell in my hand. Once I get done with this, I'll take this under a UV light and go through all the meat. Make sure I don't have any shells. Nothing will bum out your experience with a crab salad than biting into a shell. I usually use gloves when I do this, but I'm out today and I can't wait. Payday's a few days off yet, so if I can piss away any money on rubber gloves. So today we're bareback. Stuff smells amazing. Last time I picked 11 crabs, 10 or 11, I can't recall. ended up with just over a pound of crab meat. Here again, break off the big crab claws. Those will go real well in butter. Legs, swim fin, usually you can get a piece of meat out of there, which is delicious. Break crab in half. And then start removing your what you work so hard to collect. The crab is exceptional. It's probably one of the lighter crabs that you'll eat in taste-wise. This time I cooked it in the smoker and I didn't use any Old Bay. I used a homemade barbecue seasoning. I peppered it, garlic, and then I spooned on clarified butter with garlic and lemon. And that's what was cooked. And the trays were then filled with some water to provide moisture during smoking to keep our end product nice and moist, which it certainly did. I usually bust the crab in half, dig out the swim fin in the back, break off the top and the front, and take out that big piece there as well. But then I'll split them down the middle. As I've done here, I've just basically just broke it off, and now I just have the open compartments in that section that normally get missed. Doesn't amount to a lot, but when you're trying to pick out, bite-sized morsels, every little bit helps. Makes an exceptional salad. My recipe is pretty simple. I didn't really have a recipe to start with, and I just kind of incorporated the recipe that I use for tuna salad to make my crab salad. Here again, bust it open and then extract the meat. So it's basically take some onion and I chop it up real fine, and I chop celery up real fine. I'll usually add not a lot of celery, maybe a stalk and a half, depending upon how much crab I got going. But I'll add the celery, and it'll also be chopped small. Onion is chopped small. And then I'll add in 2 to 3 tablespoons of sweet relish. Mix all that together. And then, of course, don't forget your lemon juice to taste. I don't know if you've seen pictures of the salad. It's quite a beautiful dish for something being so simple. Here's one that I busted in half when I was cleaning it. Sometimes they get too soft. I should probably let it go. They get to where they're soft shell, and people will actually fry up the whole crab and eat the whole thing, shell and all. It smells delicious, Jesus. if someone else has got a better idea about cleaning, or not cleaning, picking, I'm sure open to that. I'm not an expert by any means. I'm just a guy out here on the Treasure Coast that enjoys crab. Found the sport. Look at the size of this guy. Huh? He's pretty good. Just a guy on the Treasure Coast who enjoys crab and crabbing. I can't tell you how many people I've met on my journey crabbing. And it seems like a lot of people have interest. I'll continue on my journey. I've got a few more to go over here. And until we're back and we're almost done. I have like 4 left, and then this big guy. And you can see he's pretty huge, especially for a Florida blue. Monster claw on that guy. But this is going to make some good eating. I do have a few left, but I'm going to take them over to the neighbor and let them indulge in a little smoked crab. It'll give them a taste anyway. So again, thanks for joining me. Anytime you see a video up and you care to watch it, we greatly appreciate it. Have a great day. So we've added about 1/4 of an onion, 2 short stalks, what would be considered hearts of celery, and our 1.25 of crab there. To that, we'll add about 3 tablespoons of relish. 1, 2, 3. Add 1/4 cup of mayo. Clean up my cup. I don't want to be putting onions in my mayo. This is just a start. Last time I added, I think, a half, and I think it was just a little bit too much to my recipe. So we're going to start with about 1/4 cup of mayo. This is dill weed, and what we're going to do here is just basically give a little shake to it, just to add a little bit of that dill to it. You'll see it's kind of more this than that. I don't really have a set recipe. This is pepper and garlic. I'll block for a second. Garlic's good, so don't be chintzy. A little bit of black pepper. And celery seed. That's a pretty good shot. But that'll be gone before you know it. You won't even see it in there. All this is put together. Right now all my mayonnaise is in one spot. We'll get it mixed in. I haven't added the lemon yet. That goes in the end, but it will get added. Basically, what you end up with is a nice round crab salad that will, and this is smoked crab salad, which Smells pretty heavenly. Black pepper on the top. Very careful with the celery seed because about 1,000,000 of them come out at once. Just a light dusting of celery seeds, more or less a pinch. And we have our crab salad. Bon appetit.